Hi YouTube, how are we doing? The razor for today is a Gillette Slim Adjustable 1967, date code M1. To adjust them, you open the doors, make the adjustments on the settings dial at the top, and then put your blade in. The blade for today is a brand new vintage Gillette London Bridge, made in England. I can't remember who sent me these. I've got one tuck of them, can't remember who it was. Whoever it was, thank you. So there's the blade, into the razor. We're going to shave on setting 7 to start with. Put it down and there's a quarter turn on the knob to lock the mechanism into place. The brush for today is Maseto 30mm, I think it's a 2-band Badger. It's basically a Chinese chubby 3. Who doesn't like a chubby? Stop it. The soap for today, well, here it is. So there you go, that's the soap. Various shaving samples, 50 of them, probably 51, 52 samples. There's I think there's 45 pots in that little video montage that you saw there. Put into a bowl, into an old tub, squish together. After I put 5 in, mix it all up, another 5 in, mix it all up, and that's what we're left with. So it should be a great soap because it's from all the hyped soap makers. It hasn't got a prevalent scent. It does have a scent. Can't work out what it is, but it does have a scent. And we'll see how we get on. So I put this together the other day. Haven't used it yet, so we'll see how we get on with it. I'm sure it will be fine. Yeah, I'm not a great lover of soap samples. All the ones that people have sent me over the last couple of years, they aren't all in here either. There's still more. There are some I've kept to one side to use on video at some point. But hopefully I'm just going to love the hell out of it. So no doubt we'll end up, the tub weighs a ton. We'll end up spending ages making a lather, and then that'll do. More than enough on that. That's a 30mm brush, so yeah, there's loads of soaps and makers mashed together in this one. It'll come in useful as like a just want to come in and just shave your head with. Obviously need a razor, but I much prefer lathering from a bowl than using a sample. A classic example was, if I'm using samples on video as a test, I'll generally weigh the sample out. My de facto is 1.5 grams. Lather that up. I did that with the grooming department soap one day. Got the worst lather ever. Just never lathered it up. I had to use the whole sample, or what remained on the sample on the next shave, to get a shave out of it. It's actually not a bad scent. Couldn't really describe it because there's all sorts in this. So do you use samples, or do you just not bother with them and just stick to tubs. I'm very grateful to the people who sent the samples up, but I'm not a great sample collector and I had so many tubs. So Craig, if you want the tubs back, let me know, mate, I'll put them in the post here. A lot of them came from Craig Will. I did have an idea for a little in-house joke, but with the soap, but I'm not going to use it. Maybe later on. End of the video at a different time. So, Gillette Slim Adjustable, setting 7. The Gillette London Bridge. I say this every time I use a vintage Gillette. People look at modern razors, but I'll tell you one thing, the Gillette engineers knew what they were doing when they designed a razor. So the Slim was the evolution from the Fat Boy. It was available for a lot longer. Fat Boy was only on the market for 18 months. And then they brought out the Slim, slightly longer handle, thinner, more of a super speed sort of dimensions. Yeah, handle's probably a little bit longer than super speed. But I'd imagine it was probably, because of the reduced size, it was probably cheaper for them to produce. If you can think of a scent, it's in that bowl, I tell you. There's bourbon, coffee, rum, Scott Newman said, what am I going to call the soap? I've got to give it a name. So after the decimation of the soap name in the last shave, he says not repeating it because he's going to hook it up again. I'm going to name this one Bastardo Inglorio. So to adjust the adjustables, take the tension off the mechanism, adjust it and then tighten it back up. It's simple as that. So yeah, this is a mixture of vegan tallow and all sorts. It actually smells pretty good. Like I said, I just use a kitchen knife just to cut the samples up, 5 at a time, scrape it out the side, mix it together and mash it together. and it worked rather well. There's a good level of slickness on the skin, really is, plenty of slickness. Drop it down to number 3 on the settings. There you go, there's number 3 on the settings there, and tighten it back up. By modern standards, these aren't aggressive razors. Don't know what that was. That's blooding, but bit of preparation. Arm stick for when I do actually just arm stick, dip the tip in this water and rub it on the buddy area. It's basically alum, but a bit more powerful. And it will stop the bleeding. And just dry the stick off because it will dissolve with the water. Upset Lee Hasley. Won't it, Lee? Right, face wash time. See you in a minute. Quality. Skin feels really good even without any moisturiser. But I'm going to put a little bit of Nivea balm on. Balm did its job. Post shave face wash works tremendously. Try it. It's free. You've got all the stuff on your brush. Yeah. There's certainly no prevalent scent. The first soaps that went into that mix were 3P from Italy, Sterling, Obsidian, and a few others as well, and then all those jars went in the other day. So Nivea replenishing balm, that's all we're using today, nothing else. Let's work to treat. That's nice and absorb quickly into the skin because it's relatively thin. So what do we use today? The brush, Maseto shaving, 30mm 2-band, I think, off the top of my head. Much lathered up. A big tub of shaving samples have been mashed together. Yeah, if you can think of a hype soap, it's probably in there. If I was sent a sample of it. So that will get some use for head shaves and stuff like that, but or stuff off camera. But it works very well. Extremely slick. Good residual slickness and everything else. There's a brush razor. The razor, Gillette Slim Adjustable, 1967, date code M1, inside of which there was a new old stock vintage Gillette London Bridge. Still can't remember who sent me these. I've got one tuck of them. And I can't remember where they came from. But I look forward to trying that in a more modern razor sometime in the near future. That's it folks. If you have any samples lying around, mash them together and use them. You might be pleasantly surprised at the result. Any questions, comments or anything else, leave them below. And that little montage with the soap jars took sodden ages to edit. Right, thanks for watching. Bye for now.